I've been sober for 1 month, and these are things I've noticed. I'm going to start off big with number one. I have gotten back in touch with my creative self. I really never had the time, never had the energy, was always hungover, always anxious, too anxious to authentically create and be creative, like songwriting and making videos and things like that was really halted because I was constantly just not well. I even noticed, and I tried to do the artist way, and that was a big reason why I decided to go sober too. I mean, amongst a bunch of other things like legal issues. That's what happens when you start to find that drinking is a problem, is you create a lot of problems start. So legal issues, interpersonal conflict, goodness, like mental health issues, like all of that just became overwhelming to the point where I felt like I ruined my life. So the only other option was to go sober. But the reason I mentioned the book, The Artist Way, it's a 12-week program where you unblock your creative self and really get down to the nitty-gritty of what is stopping you from being your authentic self. I was always hungover, always having anxiety, always depressed, and I couldn't even do the morning pages, let alone the artist date, let alone all the other tasks, let alone reading a line, a word, because I was constantly unwell. So that was the biggest thing, is my creativity was more unlocked. The second thing I would say, probably TMI, but my digestion and everything that's coming out of me, top tier. No more alcohol shits, okay? Number three, I would say my anxiety is very low. It's just very normal, I would say, instead of heightened. My stress is much lower. The fourth thing I would say is I noticed when I'm at work, I'm a lot sharper, and just in general, not even just at work, but I noticed at work the most because I was always hungover at work. And the way it would slow me down, the way I would forget things, the way I would, be anxious constantly, like the way I had the shakes bad, those things were really tough. So I noticed at work specifically, and just in general, my clarity, my mental clarity was top tier. Like I felt like I was the smartest person in the fucking room. So there's that. I don't know what number we're on. I'm gonna guess number 5. The fifth thing I've noticed, the last thing I'll mention, is I just feel normal, like just to encompass everything I've spoke about lately. Yeah, it's hard going out with friends and they're drinking, or yeah, it's hard to have to order a non-alcoholic beer because I still want to hold something and I still feel like I have the habit that I want to drink. Yeah, all that sucks, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it to have this mental clarity, to have time to be creative, to get shit done on my to-do list that I've been needing to do for years. And I'm talking about the easiest thing, like schedule a dentist appointment. Things like that I can just do now. So it's been really nice. And I think, like I said, I mentioned number 1, the creativity part, because that I've improved tenfold in my hobbies, in my creative passions, because I'm not constantly hungover. This is just stream of consciousness, letting it all out. What I feel like I've noticed that's better, I feel like I don't have as much drama in my life, because the one thing I love to do when I drink is, you say something sideways, I'm angry. I was emotionally volatile. I was, doing the most is the best way to put it. So 1 month sober, let's keep it going. Thanks for listening.